Welcome back. Hopefully we can keep a level head and a lot more considering everything that we've been seeing in the magical girl madness that is Madoka Magica. Obviously becoming a saviour of humanity is fraught with a lot more peril than has actually been advertised, but at least they're getting shown it front and centre. If the idea is to gain your heartfelt wishes in return of actually having to put in the work for it, hopefully it really isn't a magic monkey paw situation. Comes fraught with danger and ironic twist. But the only way to find out is to watch more. I do believe we at least know one of the characters and exactly what they would be reaching for in terms of what to save. You know, a hospital bed, those that can only kind of lay there and listen to music. Unless there's some dramatic rug pull moment where it's like, they got us good. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what we're going for. But I'm in the mood for some fancy art style and cinematography and art college kaleidoscope of shit to see. So, strap in, get a drink, and let's watch some Madoka Magica. Honestly, I'm not sure what I expect in this episode, but maybe some self-reflection after everything that has gone on. Oh God. If this is you're just too late, didn't make your decision in time. Okay. That was a quick... So it's not just like a debilitating disease and whatnot, but a violin prodigy, ripped of his ability. I mean, there have been plenty of people that have just had tragic accidents and whatnot, which take away functions, their dreams in life. It's gonna need a lot more than just cheering up. I mean, maybe wanting something better out of this than just altruistic healing of someone. You don't have to be a horrible person. I mean, I had this argument with my brother, because he's big on psychology and all this. You know, is there such a thing as a selfless deed? You know, giving to charity is that you're always getting something out of it, a feel-good sensation. Therefore, it's not fully selfless. God, that kind of bullshit. I hate that thinking. Good comes out of it. Who cares? But I do believe that there will be a moment where she has to make that decision, considering she just got the shock of, oh, he wasn't in the bed. Maybe pressure her to actually take action, especially after what happened in the last episode. But also, if someone is pushing through like physiotherapy and actual therapy after encountering an accident like that, which takes away functions, to suddenly just regain all of that. It's a medical marvel, I tell you. But then what? Then what would be the driving force for her? It's going to be a tough one to really pass if you're just a high school student and everything. Try to pretend as though everything's yeah. The breakfast not up to scratch today. Yeah, best do better next time. But yeah, a brief touch with death itself being so close. It would affect most people, let alone someone like her. The fact she was able to continue on the conversation while having an internal monologue with her at the same time, that's kind of impressive. Is she worrying about her personal life? Is this the classic? Glad we're getting a bit of personal drama in with the teaching lesson there. And are we going to get any words of like encouragement or relief from this mascot? Which you're going to let them dwell in what they witnessed? They're the only ones to be privy to this. Yeah, they can never go back to the carefree lives of just being normal students, even if they disregard everything magical girl from here on. So we living with the memory of what happened. I like the backing track for this. The kind of ethereal hymn. Yeah, you don't exactly want to go into battle with those kind of terrors clouding your heart. Are they going to blame the other one even more because of what happened? Does it have any sort of guardian? What they'll claim it like some sort of gang turf? And what's wrong with just letting them have it? You know, is there anything to gain from just keeping it away from them? Everyone's fighting for their own personal battles. But you're saying it's unfortunate that you can't. Would they pressure them into it if they're able to? Well, issue solved. We can go back to just chemistry lessons. Is this something you really want to go through right now? if she lived alone, just leaving school notes and everything right now, it's gonna be a bit much for her. Why is this wallpaper? I really shouldn't be criticizing interior decorating in a time like this, but you know, that wallpaper. Did she come to deliver some classroom notes as well? I mean, even if she had accepted the role of being a magical girl, I don't think there's anything that she could have stepped in and done. Well, if she's wavering in the idea of being a magical girl, it's good enough. Is there anything that could have changed her fate there? You know, other than telling her, don't lock her up, please. You can use the extra help just in case. And actually, maybe seeing her in a slightly different light might be good. And what has she gone through in order to see it in that kind of light? Who has she lost along the way? I was about to say, at some point, you stop counting. Probably about a month or two until the rent stops get paid, and then eviction letters come, and then they start. I mean, that's kind of I like that detail. It's a horrifying detail, but I like that detail that the world of magical girls isn't all frolic and fun and music and songs and laughter and heartbeats and all this. You've got the stark reality of police reports and missing peoples. You know, selfless deeds of doing your best for everyone are usually not really returned in kind. Is there anything wrong with letting it be known and marketing it? You know, letting people know that magical girls exist? Start selling minifigures, like certain other shows we've seen. Yeah. If only everyone can have someone to care about them. She cares about everyone's feelings and making sure that no one is kind of left out or distressed or anything. Yeah, trying to care for everyone at the same time will be a burden on her. Wonder if that's the meaning behind it, or if there's extra, even more behind it. I do want that CD player, as potentially dangerous as it looks. I probably know that one, but not from the title alone. Obviously, I know quite a few Debussy songs or compositions. Doesn't seem to be much in a talkative mood right now, trying to focus on the music. And there's been so many times where I've kind of given up on goal. I mean, no one's forcing you to. I guess I understand why you'd be thinking of that. See, told you it was dangerous. Yeah, I understand that. Someone that had ambitions to be a great violinist. Huh. So all there's proper nerve damage. Anyway, a violinist having that shattered, being forced to listen to everything that he can no longer play. Yeah, I could understand why you'd be a little perturbed. Damn you, current medical technology. What if you learn to play with the other hand? Keep trying. Let's hope that's not a shadow figure. Why do they always wander about out? What the hell is on her neck? Oh no. She's been captured by it. Yeah, but why aren't they wandering around in the school uniform? Do they not have any other clothes? Somewhere, hopefully, on the ground floor. I don't remember her walking in this kind of flamboyant manner, but in a very much like dream state. What is that? That little picture? I couldn't quite get a good read on it. Damn you, numbers. So is it people who are down on their luck or are all gathered here? Why is she feeling like that? Why was she also one of them? What the... Okay. Is it just... Are we talking about the things in the containers, or are we talking about something more? Are they mixing cleaning chemicals? Are they just making chlorine gas? This is a death cult. Yeah, I can't remember the name of the other one that or other like 4 that I know of. They'll all meet in the next life on the grand planet where their leader will take them away to. Just give them all your money first. Gonna knock over I'm gonna just take away the bucket. Impressive they didn't just splatter up the wall. But now she's made a enemy of the masses. What are they going to do? They have to go out and buy another lot. But to go from the world of creepy clowns and butterflies, where people can be eaten in a second, to the dregs of That sounds like the spirit someone from Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh god, now we are into the creepy dull factor of like Monty Python. I've forgotten everything I was saying before this. Yeah, you can deal with the paranormal, the supernatural world, that being crazy as hell, but the true fear is other people. Cults can be terrifying, whether it's separating everyone from everyone they know, their support groups, to really entrap them further, or how far people are willing to go in part of a sort of mob justice. Oh, now you're just taking the piss. Replaying the moment which is tearing her heart apart for her to see on constant repeat right now. Oh, Stretch Armstrong. Good save. Ah. Got rid of the inner demons and thoughts there and actually made a decision. Still, not sure about the cape. I wonder if that will be an issue. Oh, that was cool. Just seeing the carousel collapse onto the ground and then splatter. Any reason why they can't, work together? Did she design those? But still, didn't quite get a good glimpse of the sword. Is it just a katana or some like scimitar? Ah, yeah, it's very straight there. You don't have to be. And hopefully this is not going to be our journey down the route of understanding the monkey paw. Full movement in your fingers. Hopefully she went far enough to actually also want his lower body working fully, so don't need to go through physiotherapy. Kick the bucket, that's one way of putting it. Ah, we've got that kind of brash personality. Made all this journey for naught. Maybe they're willing to share, you don't need to go in all combative, Why do we have a magical girl battle royale? It may be PvE, but there's, duels and whatnot toggled on. I do like how this is being treated. I do like the fact that we've got turf disputes and whatnot. I mean, we've got these two friends who are in the Mistro who've seen the depths of what can happen. In instant death, everyone, don't even know what happens to you. No one can mourn for you if you've just vanished. But if we've got a very gung-ho type who's willing to claim an area dispute through straightforward violence versus Homura, who is just handing out warnings, it's not a good idea to be a magical girl here while not exactly being forthcoming with the advice or intent. Kind of like this illustration. It seems a bit weird in some respects, but otherwise... Well, as much as I enjoy seeing people make tough decisions and how it can impact their lives, doing so slightly under duress, whether it be trying to right the wrongs of a accident taking someone out of their prime, or to avoid a mass gassing, which, to be fair, probably hits harder to Japanese people considering, well, a certain subway incident. I don't think I should even say more than that. I'm definitely not going to joke about it, Jesus Christ. But I've seen videos recently of people mixing various cleaning products for random internet videos and likes, and I hate the platform, but TikToks. It's like, well done! You possibly killed yourself and everyone in your household for a few internet brownie points. Well done! Ugh. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. Having a moment where we've seen someone fall from a fucking building, or at least attempt to, under the instructions of these grief seeds and witches. Now we've seen cults be brought up and built for pretty much the same reason. I can't remember if I'm just very, very inattentive and they've told us, you know, the witches and the reasonings, and if they're actual people or more just, you know, a collection of ill omens and feelings brought into the real world kind of thing. Because if it's real people causing it, what's the benefit? Obviously, we've seen the magical girls themselves are all in it for themselves, so there's not really a altruistic meaning of being a magical girl in this world. So I don't think everything is quite as white and black as you might expect. Why did I say it? Black and white? That's the saying. But yeah, I haven't been in the position where I've had to comfort someone, whether it be in hospital or not, and try and yeah, be there for them, despite also being a constant reminder of everything they've lost. That must have been terribly hard on both of them. Not quite fair of him to take it out on her, saying, you know, oh, you're just doing this to hurt me. But when one is feeling down, you lash out. That's kind of understandable. But now that it does seem as though he's been given another lease on life, is there going to be a... I mean, obviously, you can't just tell him. Yeah, I told you, magic and miracles happen. Can't exactly do that, so... What, it's just be, oh, you got your hands back, fingers working. Good for you. Very nicely done. Maybe we can go back to playing violin. Let's hope you don't turn into a serial killer or anything and make her regret this decision. It would be somewhat amusing if she's just given full motor capabilities to someone that was wallowing in despair, and that despair itself caused the witches wanting to be birthed. Maybe I'm creating some weird headcanon on a storyline. Obviously, I'm not saying that's what's happening here, because I have no fucking clue. Yeah, having multiple magical girls seeing a open space. Ooh, that district is now up for grabs. Making a beeline to obtain it. How many magical girl civil wars have there been behind the scenes that we just don't know about? Has there been infighting where people have actually been forced to be removed from the Magical Girl program? is there sort of a rehabilitation for those who have taken it too far? Are there any rules? QB doesn't exactly seem to be saying, slow down here. You don't need to go in all guns blazing. They're nice people, really. No, it's just like, oh, really? That's your goal? All right, cool. See where this goes. Who's really the evil one? Yeah, I do like this, kind of the forefather, and I don't think it was the first one, because there are obviously some older ones, like, yes, the comment section did say, but also, I just couldn't tell from the fucking art style and how long, but Sailor Moon and whatnot was out. But kind of the forefather of magical girl stuff. A driving force in a lot of weird and creepy storylines and storytelling. I like where this is going and what this is trying to do. And of course it had to be Shaft to really get that unease in. But I'm enjoying this. Whether it be the backing tracks to all of this, obviously coming off of Symphogear and stuff, trying to listen out for music and what fits the scene on display. I'm focusing on that a little more than I used to. And just seeing some amazing stretches of what they're allowed. Animators will not be able to go crazy, like the whole Stretch Armstrong of the main character. If you don't know that toy, just Google it. I don't know if it's worldwide or just UK based. Being stretched out up far past her physical capabilities. Good thing she was turned into much more of a cartoon before then. Quite a few dislocations otherwise. But yeah, this was an interesting episode. I liked that there was actually a lot of grounded mental blocks and moments for them to process what they just saw. It's not just, I'm sad that someone's died. No, it's, oh shit, mortality is a thing. People around me can die. What is everything even for? And such a simple thing, which was really stood out to me, was breakfast. Just eating breakfast. This is something that we all take for granted, but I'm alive in the moment. It's delicious, and that's what triggered her. Someone out there understands. That was some nice, those grounded character moments. Hopefully there's a lot more, not hopefully there's a lot more of that, but there's hopefully a lot more moments where we get to see human reactions and how it actually affects them as it would everyone else. And hopefully you enjoyed this episode. If that is the case, let me know. If I entertained you at all, leave a like on the video. Consider subscribing to the channel as well. But definitely let your thoughts be known down below in the comments section. Have you had any existential moments of dread and crises? I know I have. But if you don't want to think about that at all, you can join onto my Discord where you can just talk about anime and some other random bollocks, whether it be games or manga or anything that's happening in day-to-day life. You can also keep up on polls for upcoming stuff or just memes. But for now, give yourselves a bit of rest, so I can see you in the next one. And I need to thank my patrons for not allowing me to disappear into nothingness for to never be found again. Because thanks to them, there'll at least be a trace that I existed. So, I need to give my appreciation to Sal, AgesTR, Starkey26, Guado, Kite, Reds Racer, Ultra Pouring, Wolfie Sensei, Zug, and everyone else. For if it wasn't for you, this battle would be a lot more lonely. Definitely not quite as dangerous as what we're seeing here, though.